Hello, dear viewers. Yes, in case you're wondering, my birthday went rather well. I went to a pub, I had some steak and really good fries, and a couple of pints of beer. Then I wandered around the city making faces at random passers-by, and, well, it was fun. So there's that. And I thought today I'd talk to you and explain to those of you who aren't taking sciences what a lab actually means. Because these are courses I have to deal with on a fairly regular basis, and they involve lots of writing before and after, and lots of doing weird things in the middle. Now, most labs involve writing before and after. You say, we're going to prepare the notebooks so that you can write things down in it properly, and you're going to say, yes, I know that this thing will kill you, and this thing will kill you, and everything will kill you. Why am I writing this down? I already know this. But, and this is the important thing, what you actually do in between the masses of writing is another story entirely. For instance, in physics, you drop things off of buildings a lot. I mean, that seems to be their favorite example. A physicist drops an egg off a building. The egg breaks. Ha 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 ha. A joke apparently only physicists get. Or they throw things at other things and see what happens. I'm going to throw this ball at the wall. Ball bounces off. And then they take radioactive readings of rooms. Like, a friend of mine literally had an experiment one year where he took a Geiger counter, took a reading on one floor, then went up 10 floors, took a different reading, and explained how radiation penetrates differently in the atmosphere. And I was like, that's gotta be the most boring thing ever. Now, in chemistry labs, you mix fluid A with fluid B, and you watch them explode. Or you mix fluid A with fluid B, and they're both colorless, and suddenly, hey, there's a colored salt coming out. Or you mix fluid A with fluid B, and they go, you really shouldn't have done that. Why not? Because the room's filling up with toxic gas. I didn't have the fume hood. Oh, alright then. Fume hoods are a brilliant invention for, keeping toxic gases from getting at people. Or you mix fluid A with fluid B, and nothing happens. They go, hey, nothing's happening. Give it time, and then or occasionally this will involve heating, cooling, or they might put a solid in a fluid for a change because they want to be different. And then all this is to find out exactly how matter works. And there's lots of matter out there, so you have to do a lot of labs. And basically this will reinforce the stuff you learn in lecture, supposedly, by saying, now in lecture 8 months ago, you learned about this principle wherein things do X with electrons. I'm not allowed to actually explain chemistry to you guys. They make every person who takes a second year or above chemistry course is required to take an oath never to explain chemistry properly to lay people. This X thing happens with, peppermint flavored quarks, and then, but you can see it in the lab when you do this experiment and go, hey, that's cool. It'll be nicer if it was, 8 months ago. Yeah, well, they're still working out the kinks and planning the labs to sync up with the lectures. And then in biology labs, I'm given to understand that you look at things through a microscope and occasionally poke them to see how squishy they are. Which seems very silly to me. Sore throat. Not really sore throat, I'm just coughing at this point, but it's not actually sore. I don't know why, I messed with all the booze last night. Let's see. So that's biology labs. Then there against psychology labs, you say, alright, now I want you to put a claustrophobic in a tight room and see what happens. They go, no, that's actually cruel and inhumane. Yeah, well, you want to see what happens, don't you? Or ask to talk to both personalities of a schizophrenic son. I don't know what they do in psychology labs. I don't know if they have labs. And then there's sociology labs where they stick a bunch of first-year students in a room and go, alright, now form a government. We'll be back in an hour. And then you come back and you find that 5 of them are dead, 2 of them are having sex with each other, and one of them is currently drawing on the walls, and then like one's standing in the middle going, I wanted it to be different, and then we all just point at them and laugh. So there's that, and let's see what the feature Wikipedia article is today. Oh, by the way, it finally got around to raining a lot. I was soaked to the bone when I got back from my last class today, and I don't like being wet. I mean, I only put up with showers because I hate smelling even worse. Right, so today's featured article is the Italian War of 1542 to 1546. What are the Italian wars anyway? Apparently on one side you have the French, the Ottomans, and against the Holy Roman Emperor and Henry V. So none of them even sound Italian. Of course, the war saw extensive fighting in Italy, France, and the Low Countries, as well as attempted invasions of Spain and England, but although the conflict was ruinously expensive for the major participants, its outcome was inconclusive, as most of the wars were back then, if I'm not mistaken. Italian wars were a series of conflicts from 1494 to 1559 that evolved at various times most of the city-states of Italy, the Papal States, most of the major states of Western Europe, and the Ottoman Empire. Originally raised from dynastic disputes over the Duchy of Milan and the Kingdom of Naples, the wars rapidly became a general struggle for power and territory among. So basically, this is one of the wars that helped Europe settle out its balance of power. Which seems rather silly to me because they ended up blasted all. Well, I better go before I cough up a lung. Remember this, dear viewers. La souris sur la table, le chat est sur la chaise, et le singe, what is that? Le singe est disparu. Now, if you got that reference, let's see it. And if you're ever in Toronto, if you're male, I'll stand you a drink, and if you're a woman, I'll try to impregnate you. In a nice way. Good day.